Welcome to some new r/malicious compliance stories, where people comply to the letter, but not the spirit of a request. I hope you had a great day. The first story is called Hand Them In. My supervisor and I had worked with each other for a few years, and eventually he got moved up to the supervisor's position. After a few months he got his dozy brother a job driving the pickup around and collecting our rubbish from building works at various locations. He was a bit work shy and would usually do anything he could to get out of any hard work. He was slowly falling out of favor with the managers due to his idleness. One day he rang in sick because he didn't want to do the next day's work, as it was going to require too much energy on his part. So I had to go and drive the pickup for the day, not a job I enjoyed. So off I ran to his home to collect his pickup. This happens to be a Monday, when we have to hand in our timesheets. I have already handed in my paperwork before leaving for his house. And as I got in the pickup, I could see his timesheet etc. set on the passenger seat, and inside was a fully filled out application form for a job at another company. That's when the phone rang. It was my supervisor, who then shouted at me, "Where's my brother's timesheet?" This annoyed me, and I told him he is responsible for his own timesheets, not me. He then demanded I drive to the office and hand in his timesheet for him. This also annoyed me, as it added extra time at the end of my day. So I thought, screw it. Yes, I will happily hand in your brother's timesheet along with everything that's on the seat. So off I went and handed them all over to my manager, along with his application form for another company. I found out about what happened afterward a few days later, and my supervisor never believed me when I said I hadn't noticed any application form. He eventually got sacked a few months later for being completely useless. The next story is called Thanks for Signing It. This happened some months after I got my driver's license. I, at the time 19 female, was driving through an 8-lane roundabout when a car struck me. This is a horrible roundabout with lots of traffic, very fast, and there are no lines on the ground to see who crossed who. Anyway, I get out to see the damage, and the guy driving the other car comes out screaming at me, cursing and yelling that I'm a stupid girl. It's my first accident, and I'm scared and almost want to cry from the shock of the accident, but my little cousin is in the car and I don't want to scare her. As I'm rocking around trying to take pictures of the car, the guy keeps yelling at me that it is my fault. He threatens to call the police and have me arrested because I'm a danger. He says how he will tell them that he was going straight and I was turning. He keeps repeating it until I realize what he is saying. Driving straight? On a roundabout? Cue malicious compliance. I tell him not to worry with the police. He is completely right, he was just going straight and it was me who was going around. Let's sign an accident statement. He is immediately on board, writes it and signs. Later at the insurance office they told me they don't normally have such easy cases. My damages were paid in full and they even gave me a replacement car while mine was getting repaired. Such a stupid girl. The third story is called Stereotypes. Last summer I, 18 male at the time, found myself working what I thought would be a chill job at a summer camp. I unfortunately got put with first graders and it was more difficult than anything I had to deal with. Crying and screaming kids, teaching them lessons and the worst part, taking them to the bathroom. The bathroom is boys take boys and girls take girls. Good rule, but my class was mainly boys and I had 2 co-workers, one boy and one girl, but unfortunately the guy was gone a lot. He was the grandson of the director and could get away with a lot. But he was a chill and down-to-earth guy, so he is cool. The girl I worked with helped me with handling the boys because I couldn't take them all at once because they would cause trouble and I had to watch them. Then things changed and I got put up with a class with over 10 plus boys and 4 girls, and my 2 co-workers were replaced with one girl who we will call Lola. She was a decent worker who helped me but would refuse to help me with the boys, and some days it was unbearable with so many trips within the day. I did get breaks, but it was frowned upon to take the full break because some law about student to teacher ratio. Anytime I would ask for help, she would say, "Stop being lazy, do your job." I'm not a confrontational person and I'm very petty. This program liked assigning all the boys the heavy manual lifting for things and we did that through the program. In the final week we merged classes, which gave me someone to help but more students to take, and my new supervisor called us lazy. Meanwhile Lola was on her phone and she barely moved and was pressed for work. The last week is when some malicious compliance kicked in. They told us, "You will work in the garden and help Delilah." A very sweet old lady. After all, boys should be good with lifting, right? I was annoyed because heavy manual labor and heat would have sucked, but it was better than bathroom escorting. We arrived at the garden and we were treated with so much kindness, and all we did was watch her and make sure she was alright. She even let us play around with her hose. Any teenager with a hose and nothing better to do with it knows what I'm talking about. It was a blast. We got to sit around and enjoy some needed rest. Later that day, as I was chilling in the cafeteria waiting for more tasks from Delilah, I got a call from Lola. "Where are you?" she exclaimed. I replied, "Oh, just having a drink in the cafeteria waiting for Delilah to give us more tasks." She complained about how I left her with all these kids and hung up. I laughed to myself because for the rest of the week I got to chill while she saw how much work I did while she sat around and realized everything I did. But it gets better. We helped Delilah set up a barbecue for the kids and work in the heat for all these hours to make sure everyone has good food and a good time, and we didn't even get a break. During the event, kids went up to me asking for me to take them to the bathroom. I said kindly, "Sorry, they asked me to watch the food and drinks, go ask Lola." And Lola came stomping over telling me to take the kids. I said with the biggest grin behind my mask, "Sorry, I've been told to watch the food." She stomped off trying to pawn the task off to someone else. But reluctantly she had the bathroom duty she never wanted. And with that we end today's video. Let me know what you think about the stories. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the stories and today's video? I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. And I hope you have a great day. Stay safe. Bye bye.